If you look at your feed right now, you are going to see a tidal wave of marketing claiming that artificial intelligence is ready to do your job for you. The pitch is always the same. You plug in an app, step back, and watch it generate your emails, builds your slide decks, and manages your schedule with zero human input. But if you actually try to adopt every tool that trends online, you usually just end up paying 8 different monthly subscriptions while getting absolutely nothing done. Instead of streamlining your day, forcing a dozen overlapping apps into your routine fragments your attention and breaks the systems you already rely on. There is a massive gap between a tightly controlled 30-second demo and the messy reality of routing your actual client data through a brand new software interface. Take a look at this comparison table. The left column lists the hype, the immediate solutions promised. But right now, the right column, the reality, is totally blank. We can only fill those empty fields by looking at what happens when you implement these tools in reality. Focusing on the marketing hype leads to a cycle of burning limited free time on shiny toys that create more work than they solve. To calculate the real price of an AI tool, look past the $20 monthly fee. The true expense is a concept we can call the setup tax. This tax is paid in unbillable hours. It's the afternoon you lose trying to navigate a confusing settings menu, or the morning you spend writing 3 paragraphs of rigid instructions just to get a bot to format an email correctly. And that tax keeps collecting every time the software hallucinates a fact, forcing you to go back, read the entire document anyway, and manually fix its mistakes. A tool only makes you productive when the hours required to pay its setup tax fit inside your schedule and solve your bottleneck. This quadrant chart maps out how to evaluate these tools. The vertical axis measures how much reliable time a tool saves you, and the horizontal axis measures the friction, or the setup tax, required to use it. Let's start with meeting and audio summarizers. You pay the fee and give calendar permissions so the bot can join your calls. The outcome is immediate. You get a searchable transcript and an automated list of action items the second you hang up. But there are strict trade-offs. You are handing sensitive internal conversations over to a third-party server, and these bots completely miss the nonverbal nuance, sarcasm, and body language that drive creative brainstorming sessions. Summarizers are a clear win if your data isn't highly confidential. They offer immediate relief for time-poor professionals trapped in endless status updates. The equation shifts when we look at the second category, generative text assistance. The viral pitch claims you can type 5 words and instantly generate perfectly formatted quarterly reports or nuanced client proposals. The reality is that to get usable text, you have to spend hours up front feeding the AI your previous work, defining specific persona guidelines, and setting rigid guardrails for your brand's tone. On our chart, text assistants sit right in the middle. They require moderate setup friction to generate moderate time saved. Skip that setup and the software defaults to robotic paragraphs. You spend the time you saved editing out hallucinated data. Generative writing software does not save you time straight out of the box. It acts as a multiplier, scaling the initial effort you invest. That brings us to the final, highest tier of AI applications, complex workflow automators utilizing API logic. Marketing positions this as zero-touch magic, where a single email instantly triggers a chain reaction of updates, invites, and automated replies without your intervention. To actually build that sequence, you have to map out conditional logic trees, test webhooks, and spend dozens of hours troubleshooting why your data failed to transfer between servers. Here on the chart, workflow automators sit at the extreme top right. The potential time saved is massive, but the friction is incredibly high and highly volatile. There is also a hidden ongoing maintenance burden. If an app like Slack or Gmail updates its code 6 months from now, your entire automated sequence can break without warning. If you are an optimizer with strong technical skills, these integrations offer exponential efficiency. But if you are a beginner, the maintenance alone will completely paralyze your workflow. Because these setup costs vary so drastically, your personal career bottlenecks determine the right tool far more than the specific feature list does. This decision tree maps out the tools based on your current reality. It starts with one question: what is your primary constraint? If you are overwhelmed right now and need immediate relief without studying a manual, you follow the path to meeting summarizers. The long-term trade-off for that path is that you are locked into that vendor's ecosystem. You get your hours back, but you are limited to whatever features they decide to release. Alternatively, if your constraint is scaling your output and you want long-term leverage, you follow the path to custom automations. The cost of choosing that extreme efficiency is that you are now the permanent, unpaid IT support desk for your bespoke digital systems. A tool's utility is entirely subjective. A platform is only valuable if its operational demands match the technical capacity you actually have right now. Out of the box, no software is going to seamlessly execute your job for you. If you want these tools to work, ignore the polished marketing. Accept the mechanical reality of getting your hands dirty to build the systems. Choose the tool you actually have the time to learn, not the one that looks the coolest in a viral video.